Sorry, this is in three parts. Hey, it's the first video review of 2015, so I guess you can expect that. But that's how funny and how good this issue is. But anyway, you have Amy being so excited and everything because here's Honey the cat, and we find out, like I said at the end of, hold on for a sec. Because as I was saying at the end of part two, we find out that the way Ian's bringing Honey the cat in is he's bringing her in as a CEO, founder, and designer of Honey brand clothes and accessories. So in other words, he's bringing her in as a fashion designer. How about that? So that's pretty cool. And then you have Honey kind of, in a sense, reciprocating or kind of giving back those same kind of exact feelings that Amy's having. Like, oh my gosh, here she is, my fashion icon hero. And then you have Honey kind of reciprocating the same things, saying, "Oh my gosh, I know you. You're Amy Rose, freedom fighter, world traveler, and hero." And so you basically get this girly stuff. You have Amy telling Honey, "Oh, I got to tell you, I just love your stuff." And then they kind of both say the catchphrase of, "If you don't look sweet, you're not wearing honey." And it's like, God. Oh, I swear, it's just really, really funny. And then Sonic points out, well, what's terrifying is I know they didn't rehearse that. And then here's a little throwback, and then here's a little bit of a reference, a little interesting reference here. Then here you have a little bit of an interesting reference here uh, to Dreamcast. That's right, you get a little bit of an interesting reference to Dreamcast because it's basically what Honey in the storyline. It's what Honey designed. Honey designed this. Get this. What Amy is wearing, according to this comic book, is Honey Cat's Dreamcasters line. Because she points it out, she says, that little outfit's from my old Dreamcasters line. And then Amy's like, yeah, I love it particularly. She goes, I love it. I'm particularly wear. She basically says, yep, I love it. I particularly wear nothing else. Yeah, you tell that to your Sonic Boom counterpart and see what happens. So you have them basically exchanging. Honey's kind of explaining that she's launching what Amy's wearing. And they basically have Honey telling her that she's relaunching it as the Rose Collection. She will model and be her spokeswoman, of course. And she's asking, and to help, do you know a princess or two? Do you know a princess? And Amy's like, I know two princesses. And then, of course, you have Sonic coming in to help kind of calm Amy down a little bit and going like, so what brings a fashion diva to a fighting tournament? And so basically we get the explanation that Honey's competing. Everybody's a little surprised by that. Tails is like, really? And Honey's basically telling them that she's all about self-promotion and the events don't get any bigger than this. And then she wonders, what about them? Why are they there? And Tails goes on to explain that they're there to, win the emerald so they can help save the world because it's crucial to the plan. And you kind of get Honey going like, oh, is that a fact? Because I think she wanted to get the emerald for other reasons, for her like self-promotion. And then Honey's like, okay, fine. Like I said, I'm just here to advertise. If I win, I'll hand the gem over to you guys. And of course, Tails is like, really? Thank you. Appreciate that. But then there's the catch. I love this catch here by Honey. that she says, and in return, you guys will help promote my next line, right? And the tail's like, I only wear shoes, socks, and gloves, and and honey is saying you basically pointing out you can be accessorized. And then of course you got a little bit more talk there. That Cream pointing out that not Cream but Amy pointing out that Cream would look cute in her kids line, King's clothing line, and all that. And of course you have Sonic being like it, basically saying that it's nice to know they have someone else on their side at least, since they don't know who else they'll be facing yet. And of course you have the hooligans show up. Knack sees Sonic and tells him to get down, and that nobody, not even Eggman, said they were going to be facing them or that they would be there. And that he points out that the only thing those guys do is fight Eggman, blah blah blah, and that they're also here for the Emerald. And then of course you have, of course, Bean is like, okay, better call Baldy McNose here and tell him we're moving to straight A to Plan B. And you have Knack and Bark tackling him like, are you crazy? Like, are you nuts? So he basically points out that Bean can't tell Eggman. Bean says he's gonna find out anyway. And then, Knack's like, well, yeah, but we'll be fighting. But by the time he does, we'll be fighting and competing and completing the job. Basically tells him, think about our professional pride, dude. So anyway, they try to keep a low cover, and suddenly we see SBO there. And then he calls up, so he basically uses a payphone and to call up Vector. And then he tells him he's got to be brief because he doesn't have enough change. He only has change for a minute. And again, more of the adventures like influence, because Vector points out, well, wait a minute, I gave you $5 in quarters. And SBO's like, the slots were tempting, he couldn't help himself. But anyway, he gives him the report that both the Freedom Fighters and the Hooligans have entered the tournament, that he'll do what he can to help, and that since he didn't know that they arrived, he managed to sneak in one more friendly face onto the roster. And then, of course, we get a panel of Chip from Sonic Unleashed, being just amazed by what he's seen here. Amazed by all the smells, the foods, and all that. And then he apologizes to Knuckles, of course, saying he shouldn't be doing that when he should be helping him trying to find the Master Emerald shards. And Knuckles, of course, shows up, says, hey, leave it to me, don't sweat it, leave the treasure hunting to me, and that he can sense the chaos energies, there's got to be a shard there. And that's basically a play off of and that's basically a play off of the previous Sonic universe arc. So anyway, first of all, I apologize for this being a 3-part deal. That is my fault. This is my first one of 2015, so you got to give me that. Second of all, the reason the reason it was in 3 parts as well, like I said, it's the first one of the year, so I do apologize. Usually I don't go this far in video reviewing, but this was such a funny and good issue. I mean, I've never laughed so much at a comic in a long time, and you could tell that Ian Flynn took a lot of influence from Adventures, from the earlier issues and all that, and just put it all together here. Just really good. I mean, you see the Sad AM, Everything. It's just so well done. I mean, especially the comedicness on all ends. I mean, and you get more of a comedic, mischievy side discovered with Sally and Nicole a little bit. It's mostly Sally, because here you have Sally basically practically lying to her father, saying, "But it's all for a very good cause. You can't say no to me." Like, uh, anyway, it's just so well done, and then the interaction between Amy and Honey is spot on, and I don't know what else to say about it, folks. Just it's just so well done. And again, I do apologize for this being in three parts. It shouldn't have been, but what are you gonna do? Uh, but here's what's funny about this. I know things are gonna get serious as we get closer uh, in the next few issues, but talk about a contrast to what you're getting in Sonic Universe right now with Spark of Life. Big time contrast. So anyway, it's very well done. Very good first issue for the new year. Very funny. And if you're a fan of adventures and Sad AM or a mixture of the two, this is the issue for you. It really is. So anyway, that's all I'm going to say on it. Let me know what you guys think down below. Comment if you like. And I will talk to you all later. I am out of here until I do my monthly opinions. And right now, I'm gonna go get ready to get ready to go to work. Peace out. God bless. And comment below if you like. And again, I apologize that this was in three parts.